And you're welcome back to The Pulse. Now, I'm sure that by now you've seen that all throughout the day, the promos on it. It's all about the law challenge for this year, 2022. And there's a need for us to tell you more about that special educative program that we have for you here on the Joy News channel. Fortunately, Reverend Moses Ansah Bano, who's the project consultant, is joining us to have a conversation on the law challenge 2022. It's such an exciting time to have you in our studio.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful.
So a lot of people are watching the promos, seeing some of the excerpts of what happened last year, but are still not getting the understanding of what the law challenge is all about. Tell us about the law challenge, particularly with respect to the 2022 edition.
Thank you. Basically, the law challenge is the first ever legal educational quiz program in Ghana. And the purpose basically is to bring the law to the doorsteps of every Ghanaian, the basic law, because we believe that a well-informed citizens will culminate into a developed nation. So when people know the law, the nation will develop. So we just want to bring the study of law, or the basic law of the land, to the doorstep of every Ghanaian.
And you know that when a lot of people hear about the law, it sounds a bit technical, and some feel this is going to be very boring. We're just going to be hearing legal terms and all of that. What's the format and what approach is this program taking?
The format is basically more like it's a quiz. It's a question and answer program where the questions are not technical. Though it's law, but the questions are so down to earth that any layman sitting behind the Joy News will understand what is being asked and can easily relate to their day-to-day activities or programs that they have.
And I'm sure that they will definitely move in stages, because I've seen some schools, some of the contestants from some of the universities as well. What's the stage, what's the approach like in terms of the qualification process and those who end up getting all the way to the finals?
Yeah, the law challenge is open to all law faculties in the country. Once you have been accredited by the National Accreditation Board, you qualify. But the stages are, we have the preliminary, then we have the quarterfinals, then semi-finals, then the grand finals. But basically this year, the key thing is that we have introduced what we call the moot court. The moot court is a scenario of a case study where the faculties will be asked to argue, what you call advocacy. How they will speak to the issue, for and against. And there's going to be a presiding judge, a court of appeal judge, who will be sitting to adjudicate the.
So we're not going to have, from what you're saying, we're not going to have just the quizzes, have the questions being posed here and there. You're now going to have a live situation.
A live situation
of how it normally happens in the court. That's said to be a very interesting,
very
interesting.
Let me try to word that of viewers that it's in connection with a COVID situation. A COVID patient during the lockdown. It's a rare situation. A vehicle was actually used to pick a COVID patient to the hospital during the lockdown when no vehicle was to move. It's not an ambulance, it's just a private vehicle. And the vehicle was involved in an accident. And now the victim is claiming insurance, from the insurance company that has insured that vehicle. So that basically the case.
I'm loving the storyline already, and a lot of people will be very much interested in going the long haul. But will the story be just a day? Will you be arguing your cases in just one day? How is the process going to be like, and what's going to be the duration of the various stages that we're set to see?
We're going to have 11 weeks.
It's taking us all through 11 weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure. We just, last Sunday was the premiere. So this Sunday at 2 p.m., on the Joy News channel, we'll be showing the second preliminary stage. And viewers should look forward for a very exciting time on the law challenge.
Indeed, we are all on the lookout for that. But what areas of the law? And I want to ask you that question because many people are out there who do not understand the technicalities.
Exactly.
But obviously, when you talk about the law, it's a broad term which needs to be broken down, and there are various aspects to it. So, what aspects of the law will be featured here on this program?
First and foremost, we are looking at the supreme law of the land, which is the Constitution, and then the two.
So that's the focus.
That's the focus. Then we'll also be looking at the law of contract, which we enter into contract almost every day. So we'll be focusing on law of contract. We'll be looking at the land law, which we call immovable property law. We'll also be looking at the legal system and methods, how this, the whole judiciary is structured. If you have a case which court do you have to go? Where do you have to seek redress? And so that's the legal system and method. We'll be looking at the criminal law. What are the offenses that we have in our criminal law, and what are the punishment, and what do you have to do to avoid offending the law? They will also be looking at the law of tort, like in terms of what we call negligence or nuisance, creating nuisance, or negligent. What is the law with regards to this area? So these are the areas of law that we'll be looking at during the law challenge.
And a little bit telling us that you'll be looking at couples as well.
Definitely.
Talking about marriage,
divorce, matrimonial.
And I was thinking about that. I was saying this is coming at the right time, particularly when the population and housing census is indicating that a lot more people are getting divorced these days. Many persons will be looking out there for the legal implications and what options are available for them.
Exactly, because marriage is a contract.
Yeah.
So we're looking at some of these things. So those who are out there, please, stay glued to your set. And every Sunday at 2 p.m. just enjoy yourself.
It's really set to be an interesting one. But how many schools are actually participating in this?
We are looking at 10 faculties.
Schools. 10 faculties, right?
And both public and private, law faculties.
Right. So you're not closing your doors to any school that may come now, or they would have to register?
For now, the 10, it's what we are using, we're working with now.
Right.
Come next year, we will look at,
Okay, so you're seeking to expand, obviously.
Exactly.
You would expand.
Exactly.
So the invitation is out there to more...
2019, we had 6 faculties. Now we have 10. Okay. So now we have 12 faculties in all. Right. So, but this time we have 10 faculties.
You've done well. I mean, looking at the fact that you just have 2 more to get on.
So definitely, I believe that the next edition, the whole faculty, faculties.
This is obviously going to be enhancing and enriching the knowledge base of our viewers. Exactly. But then also in terms of academia, it's going to provide opportunity to the students as well to develop.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly.
What more are you seeking to take out of this whole program that you are rolling out? Are there any more benefits, goals that you are driving at?
Yes, the other benefit is for law students, or students who have actually finished LLB and they are preparing for the law entrance. We've heard over the years that
the whole issue
entering the law school has become a serious matter, and people go and they fail. We believe that it's a resource tool for such students who are preparing for the law school entrance exams.
Okay, so this could be a lifetime situation. All of these issues that are coming up, they could meet them when they are writing the entrance exams.
Please.
It happens.
Yes, please. Because the questions that are being said are relevant questions that actually happens when they go and write the exams. And most of the questions are let me say they are past questions of the law entrance examination.
And I'm sure that some of the past students, some of the students who've gone through the exercise as well, have been speaking to you about how helpful this has been to them.
Definitely. Yes, you are right. I can say that 2019, when the first edition came on, the following year, we had 6 of the candidates qualifying for the law school.
Wow.
Yeah. As I speak now, they are in second year. Second year in the law school.
They must be excited
by October, they'll be passing out at lawyers.
Yeah.
And we are proud to say that we have 6 of them. 6 of them
just going through the law challenge.
And they told us that it really helped them, especially when they were writing the entrance exams. The questions were like they have seen the questions. But because of the law challenge, they were exposed to those questions and they were able to deliver.
Yeah, impressive, Reverend. Let's talk about the prize at stake. That's what everybody is on the lookout for. Low key, low key. Yeah. I mean, all of the schools are saying we're coming for the ultimate. So what's at stake when we talk about the Law Challenge? Yeah,
basically we have some very handsome prizes for the winners. The winner I take a very handsome cash prize. We are providing a laptop for the Law Student Union for their use. Then we also have a very giant trophy. And of course, the bragging right for the winner. Then we have for the first runner up to a very handsome cash prize and some trophies and some plaques just to appreciate them for coming on board. So basically, we have very attractive.
Quite a good prices. One there. Yeah. The reigning champions are.
Currently, it's Legon.
Oh,
University of Ghana.
They are the ones leading for now.
They are the reigning.
What's your expectation of the rest of the schools?
We're hoping that there will be a very keen challenge this time. Because the first edition, yes, they were not very sure. Now, the faculties are really prepared. They've even appointed coaches who are preparing
them the students. I was just about coming to that, just to ask you whether or not you take these contestants through some training processes. Do you do that for them, or are you making plans to get them some
basically train them? The level of training and preparation is at the local level, that is the faculty level, but we give them certain synopsis, certain things as a guide to guide them as they prepare for the challenge. But basically, it's more focused on the faculty level. And currently, all the deans have actually shown interest. They've appointed coaches who are, some of them have about 3 or 4 coaches or handlers who are preparing the contestants for this show.
You should obviously be on the lookout for what the stakeholders are also saying about this. The General Legal Council and all of the stakeholders that may be concerned about the quality of legal education.
Exactly.
Have you been engaging them, and what's the reaction so far?
I remember beginning we wrote to the Ghana Bar Association, General Legal Council, to inform them about this initiative, and we all in for it, that it is good that we need to raise the bar. Legal education must get to that level, and for that matter, it's a platform, like I'm saying, for individual and citizens to understand and know what our laws are and what and how they can apply the law in order to have a very fruitful life in the country.
And what's the future looking like for this program?
We believe that this the Law Challenge has come to stay. We believe that the future is bright for the Law Challenge. Many people will know that the Law Challenge has come to stay, and it is addressing certain pertinent, challenges and issues as far as legal education is concerned in the country.
All right, Reverend, we need to go, but what would be your message to our viewers out there? Why do they need to stick throughout the 11-week period? That's a long time, you agree. So what's going to keep them glued to the TV set?
Oh, I believe strongly that viewers will not be disappointed at all if they keep glued to their set on Sundays at 2 p.m. for the next 11 weeks. We want to assure them that they will learn, they will be educated, their knowledge in the law will be enhanced, and for that matter, they will really know that the Law Challenge has come to stay, and it's going to help them appreciate the law. They're going to enjoy the fragrance of the law. The law is really, really, good and beautiful, and they are going to enjoy it through the Law Challenge.
And to the contestants?
And to the contestants, we wish them all the best. Right. We trust that they will give up their best, and the best thing, wins.
Indeed, we are on the lookout for that. Reverend Moses Ansah-Bano and joining us to tell us about the Law Challenge 2022. It will be obviously on the Joy News channel for you, so you need to stay with us throughout the 11-week period that will be airing all of the series to you. It promises to be a very insightful and educative program. Once again, thank you, Reverend, for joining us.
We'll return
here on The Pulse with more stories. Stay with us.
We are grateful.